Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 12 of King of Puro. I'm Last Son, and this is Last Son Gaming, your home for all kinds of games, from sports management games to first person shooters. In today's episode, we're going to book day 3 and day 4 of the Yoshifusa Maeda Grand Prix Tour. We've had one day of action each in each block, and we'll book one more in each block today. But enough jibber jabber, let's head over to the arena and start today's show. In our first pre-show match, Logan Wolfsbane, James Diaz, and Takanori Doi take on Nutaka Ogata, Genji Kasaka, and Iki Hosaka in a showcase of our young lion talent. The segment earns us a 32 rating as Logan Wolfsbane picks up the win for his team in 14 minutes and 23 seconds as he pins Iki Hosaka with a belly-to-belly suplex. Wolfsbane led the way for his team with an in-ring performance of 47. James Diaz had a 38. Takanori Doi had a 33. All pretty decent scores from that team. Genji Kasaka had a performance of 32. Iki Hisaka had a 22. And Yutaka Ogata also had a 22. I'm still really happy with all of these, and especially with Wolfsbane and Diaz, and cannot wait to get them on the main card. We do have an injury coming out of this match, though, as Iki Hosaka picked up a blown eardrum. Takanori Doi did get some heat backstage for causing the injury with a mistake in the match. But all in all, a good match for the Young Lions, and it shows they are improving. In our next pre-show match, Orange Suchi takes on Roku Sonomura in a technical masterclass. An bout that features back and forth action and quite a few near falls. Suchi finally picks up the victory in 20 minutes and 27 seconds with an orange flash. This segment got us a 48 rating, with Orange Suchi having a 53 in-ring performance and Roku Sotomura turning in a 52. So really great ratings for the match. I think what hurt the score was that it wasn't done in front of a hot crowd. But I'm really happy with these guys' performance, and with it being on a pre-show, it won't really hurt our overall rating, which I like even more. Sotomura is unfortunately on the wrong end of his career, and is in time decline, but he still can do some great things for us. And I think Suchi will grow to be a valuable member of the roster as soon as we can get him over. As the victorious Suchi makes his way backstage, the owner of BCG, Yoshifusa Maeda, and the namesake of this Grand Prix tournament, makes his way to the ring to greet the crowd and announce the beginning of the main card. He says to the crowd, "Today, we have some great action for you as we continue the tournament with Block A. Two titans of black canvas grappling, Bunraku Kantori and our world champion Funakoshi, do battle in our main event. Which one of these gentlemen will gain the upper hand and try to build a lead in Block A? We also feature Big Bruiser Finley taking on Blastakoma and Giant Brody fighting Yoshinakataku. It will be another great round of fights here in Black Canvas Grappling, where we are keeping the fighting spirit alive and well for our great fans. Where will things stand in Block A after today's action? Please enjoy the action we have prepared for you and the many other fine bouts today." He bows to the crowd and he takes his lead. This segment got us a 68 rating, and it did kick the show off on a very high note and got the crowd hot. In our next match, we have tag team action as the team of Kamasaka and Kiyotaka take on the team of Sofu Ozawa and Yoshisada Matsuzawa. This segment did get us a 51 match rating, which I'm okay with. I was hoping for a higher match rating, but Ozawa is in time decline and probably will be sent to the pre-show to start help training the young lions. Kiyotaka picks up the win in 14 minutes and 30 seconds by submitting Ozawa with a Kimura. Kiyotaka had an in-ring performance of 49, and Kamasaka led the way for his team with a 50 in-ring performance, while Matsuzawa had a 50 in-ring performance for his team, and Ozawa, however, he really lagged behind with a 33. We did discover Ozawa and Matsuzawa have excellent chemistry teaming together, which is nice to have another option for a tag team. This match did increase the crowd's excitement and will hopefully benefit our later matches and help them get better ratings. In six-man tag team action, Kinoshita and the American Cobras face Shunpai Hirozi and Miura and Yoshizawa. This segment got us a 52 rating, which I'm kind of disappointed with if I'm going to be completely honest, as I was expecting something better from these guys. Miura picked up the win over Kinoshita with a Storm Rider in 15 minutes 21 seconds. Storm Spillane led the way for his team with an in-ring performance of 56. Marvel Malloy had a 55, and Koyo Kinoshita had the lowest performance on that side with a 42. Yoshizawa had the best performance on his side with a 59. Miura had a 57. These guys are really consistent with their performances, usually hovering around mid 55, to 60s. So, unfortunately, Shinpai Hiroshi had a 46, which is just okay, I guess, but he should be getting in better performances with those skills that he has. It could be he's just not over enough. I was just trying to use this match to introduce some new blood into the match so we can hopefully not get a penalty for having the same teams face each other over and over. We'll have to see if it works or not, though. In our first match from Block A of the night, Giant Brody eats the pin as Yoshinaka Taku pins him after a full Nelson bomb. This was a really good match, and it got us a 65, which I'm very happy with. Giant Brody turned in a 50 in-ring performance, and Taku had a 64. I'm really happy with each wrestler's performance, and I can see why Brody is a mainstay in the mid card, and also why I'm wanting to push Taku higher up the card. Some strong performances here from Taku in the Grand Prix tournament will go a long way to help him and then also me accomplish that push. Giant Brody was not looking happy after this match, though, so future payback could be on his mind with our young friend Taku. In our next match of Block A, Big Bruiser Finley and Blastacoma battle for the all important 3 points in the Grand Prix. In a match that had some fast paced action, near falls, and really great wrestling, Blastacoma took down the big man by submission in 12 minutes 37 seconds. This segment got us a 59, which is decent and is higher than our home popularity and will hopefully help the overall score get us popularity in all regions. Blastacoma had an in-ring performance of 59, which is really good, and Big Bruiser Finley had an in-ring performance of 60. I'm glad that both of them performed well, and Finley seems to improve every match. He just keeps getting better, which is why I'm glad I'm pushing him up the card. I really don't know how to get anything more out of Blastacoma. 59, like I said, is really good, but it seems like he underperforms really a lot in his matches, and I'm worried about that. Maybe he's just a mid card guy or upper mid card guy, and I'm expecting too much. Or maybe I just need to get him some momentum to turn him into a star. Right now, though, he is a very serviceable member of the mid card, but he may be destined to become a stepping stone to those who are going to be moving further up the card. Before his match with Bunraku Kantori, Funakoshi asks for the mic and addresses Suki. He says, Suki, you need to come to your senses and realize what is best for you. You need to join me and become my right hand. Help me dominate black canvas grappling. We have proven in the past we can do just that. With my talent and ruthless aggression, complemented by your skill set, no one will be able to stop me from holding onto this title for a very long time. No one can touch me with you as my shield, of course, masterfully wielded by myself. So please come to your senses and join me. It is better to be in the champion's shadow than to be relegated to the undercard, never to be heard from again. This segment gets us to 71, which I'm really impressed with and also very happy with. And this hopefully further adds drama to the developing tension between Funakoshi and Suki. So the question becomes is will Suki join Funakoshi? In an exceptional wrestling masterclass, Bunraku Kantori and Funakoshi wrestled to a time limit draw, with several near falls in the closing minutes as each wrestler tried but failed to put his opponent away. This will earn them both a point and would hopefully does not come back to haunt each wrestler if they end up falling behind another wrestler later in the tournament in Block A. The segment got us a 79. Wow, what a rating for this match. I know these two guys are great and considered pillars of BCG, but I think it might be the highest rating segment in our history. Bunraku Tori had an in-ring performance of 71, and Funakoshi turned in a 75 ring performance. These two guys really went all out for the crowd, who went home happy after the magnitude of this match. I really hope that this gives us a big overall rating for the match and the show. The show did get us a 70 overall rating, which raises our popularity in 7 regions. Doesn't hit Kansai, but that's okay. 70 is excellent. But I am really happy with the show overall. I mean, sure, there was a few weak spots, but I think they go away if we can replace some of the guys of those in time decline with some of the young lions when they're ready. Here is the update to the Block A standings, with Funakoshi and Tori tied atop the block with 4 points, Blastakoma, Big Bruiser Finley, and Yoshinaku Taku right behind them at 3 points, and unfortunately, Giant Brody has a big fat 0. After the second day of Block A action, it's anybody's tournament, and plenty of matches remain to crown the block winner and wow the crowd. We now get to the second day of action in Block B. Let's head over to the arena and take a look at the results of the Yoshifusa Maeda Grand Prix Tour Day 4. In our first pre-show match, we have some tag team action with some exciting young teams. One of Logan Wolfsbane and James Diaz taking on the Young Lions team of Takanori Dori and the imposing Dreadnought. The crowd did have some trouble getting into this match, which had a 45 rating, as Wolfsbane did submit Doi with a Boston Crab in 13 minutes and 8 seconds. There were moments of the match where Dreadnought used his imposing size to throw around the opposition, but ultimately Wolfsbane and Diaz gained the upper hand. Logan Wolfsbane had an in-ring performance of 55, which I'm really happy with, and are more signs that he's ready to be pushed and rocketed to the moon. James Diaz had a 41 performance, which is really good. It's actually better than a lot of the guys in time decline that we have on the main card, and he may be ready to be moved to the main card to send some of those guys down into the pre-show. Takanori Doi had a performance of 27, and Dreadnought had a performance of 25. But more than anything, I hope they picked up some skills from Wolfsbane in the process. So I'm really happy with this match. In our other pre-show Young Lions match, Danjuro Kikuchi, Orange Suchi, and Shimpai Hiroshi defeated the team of Genji Kasaka, Nobuyuki Kubo, and Yutaka Ogata. The Young Lions had moments of brilliance, but the experience and talent of the veterans proved to be too much as Kikuchi submitted Kasaka with a step-over leg bar. This match got us a 45 rating, which is a good rating for a match with the Young Lions involved. Danjuro Kikuchi had a performance of 51, which is really, really good, and I probably should be moving him up onto the main card if he keeps this up. And I'll probably look at doing that in the next few tours. Orange Suchi had a 47, and if I can get him more over, he could be moved up as well. Shimpai Hiroshi turned in what I feel is a very lackluster 43, but maybe I'm just too hard on him. Genji Kasaka had another 32 performance, so he is slowly improving his skills and it's showing in his performances. Nobuyuki Kubo is improving as well, turning in a 31 performance, which is showing improvement, and if he can build on these performances, he can start featuring on the main card soon as well. Yutaka Ogata trailed behind with a 23, but there's still a lot of room to grow as he gets more experience. As has been customary on this tour, the namesake of the tournament and the owner of Black Canvas Grappling comes out to the ring with a mic in hand. He says, "Welcome to Day 4 of the Grand Prix tournament. We know our fans crave roaring lion spirit, and we plan on giving the fans what they want. You can always expect Black Canvas Grappling to provide the best in Puroresu in Japan, and we are the only promotion to have never strayed from the original Japanese spirit in our competition. Today, we have exciting singles matches between Dynamite Narahashi and Tanu Tashisai. Suki takes on Rokumon Matsushita, and in our epic main event, Mabuchi Furusawa faces young star Reizan Okamoto in a titanic struggle for the ages. And you only get action like this from Black Canvas Grappling. We want to sincerely thank you for choosing us, and we want to honor that choice with the best pure resu around. Please enjoy the show. He bows to the crowd and exits the ring. This segment gets a 73 rating, which is excellent, and it gets the show off to a great start. Really can't expect anything less than that from our charismatic owner. In our first match, Dynamite Narahashi challenges Tanu Tashisai in Block B action. In a masterclass between two talented technical wrestlers, there's back and forth action and various submission attempts and near falls. But Tanu Tashisai gains the upper hand with a dangerous brainbuster that earns him the pinfall in 19 minutes and 31 seconds, and the precious 3 points in the standings. This match gets us a 57 rating, with Tashisai having a performance of 58, which I'm really happy with. It gives us a pretty decent performance to build off of. Narahashi turns in a 42 performance, which is okay, but it really could be better from a grizzled veteran. However, on the other hand, it could also be a lot of worse than that, so I can be thankful that it is in the range that it is, so we can hopefully attribute some good quality match to the overall score and gain popularity. In tag team action, Yokokawa and Sen take on Kamasaka and Kiyotaka. This was a decent match, but Kiyotaka was off his game and it showed in a somewhat disjointed match. This did get us a 52 match rating. I was hoping for more, but with Kiyotaka's off day, that can be explained away. Sojuro Sen did end up submitting Kiyotaka with an over the shoulder backbreaker in 13 minutes and 48 seconds. Sojuro Sen had a performance of 46. Yokokawa had a performance of 43, so it's a little under the bar that was set that we're hoping to get to keep us improving and gaining fans. Yamasaka had a performance of 51, and Kiyotaka had a 45 despite being off his game. This match could have been better, but I have to realize that we're still small and we're working our way up. So as long as the match is close to this rating, we'll still be fine in our overall rating show. In an exciting match between two great teams, the American Cobras took on the World Tag Team Champions Miura and Yoshizawa. This match was full of big spots, near falls, and crazy bumps. Storm Spillane picked up the win by submitting Yoshizawa with a kneeling Boston Crab. This got us a great match rating of 64, which I will take all day. Storm Spillane turned in a 59 performance, and Marvel Malloy had a 58 performance. Miura and Yoshizawa had their normally very consistent performance, as Yoshizawa had a performance rating of 61, and Miura had a performance of 55. A really great match by two of the better teams in our division, and I'm really happy with what they were able to achieve. Video is now shown to the crowd detailing the relationship between Mabuchi Furusawa and Reizan Okamoto. Furusawa is shown saying, "I have a ton of respect for the young Okamoto. He has accomplished a lot in his young career and has been a stalwart for BCG. But I am focused on winning the Grand Prix and continuing my pursuit of the world title held by Funakoshi. I was so close to beating him at Fighting Spirit and need to keep that momentum going to take the title from him at my next opportunity." We then cut to Reizan, who's in an interview saying, "Look at what Mabuchi has accomplished, not only in BCG, but in GCG. He's a true legend of our sport, and I am honored to face him tonight in the Grand Prix. I do plan on showing respect to Furusawa, but I want to make things clear. I will beat him in the ring tonight to gain control of this block and march towards my destiny in the tournament final. This segment got us to 68, which is really good, and I'm very happy with this. In the next Block B match, we see the Rising Suki take on Rokumon Matsushita in a very good match with a ton of action. Both men gave it their all and left everything in the ring. Suki got the submission in 9 minutes 56 seconds with the Suki Special 3. This match got us a 77, which is a crazy rating. And now, not only am I happy, I'm worried that the next match, which is the main event, isn't outshone by this match. Suki was masterful with a performance of 75, and he's proving why I am pushing him hard. I think he's ready to break into main event status and start hunting for the title. Matsushita had a performance of 58, so the majority of the match was carried by Suki. This was such a great match, and I'm really worried that it's going to shine the main event. But you can't really ever get mad at these kind of ratings that are really high and a great match between two guys. So we'll just hope that the next match, the main event, turns out to be just as good as this one. In our main event of the evening, Mabuchi Furusawa and Reizan Okamoto went to war with each other, with neither wrestler doing enough to secure victory as the time limit expired just as Okamoto was 1 second from getting the 3 count and the win. But both men had to settle for the draw and a point apiece. While both men are disappointed at not getting the victory, they again showed how much they respect each other by raising each other's hands in the ring and playing out to the crowd. This match got us a 78 rating, which is really great, and it beats that previous match and will hopefully give us a great score overall. Furusawa showed why he's a legend by having a 74 in-ring performance, and Reizan Okamoto had a great performance of 69. So really, really great performances from two of our pillars, and it really shows why we have so much faith in them and why they are at the top of the card. It also shows that this tournament, seems to be a pretty good decision to make this a G1 climax type of tournament instead of the 8 or the 4 man. No, I'm sorry, the singles elimination tournament. So we're getting really good performances out of these guys. So that's something that I'm really happy with. Finishing up the show, we get a 72 overall, and it raises our popularity in 7 regions. So we continue marching our way to medium size slowly but surely. Some of these matches obviously could have been a little bit better and hurt our overall rating, but not all of our matches will be on the same level as the Furusawa Okamoto or even Suki Matsushita. But we'll take this, and now we'll try to build on this into future cards. After the second day of Block B action, we have a surprising leader in Suki. He is followed by Furusawa and Okamoto with 4 points, Tanyu Tashasai with 3 points, and Matsushita and Narahashi bringing up the rear with 0 points. There's been great action here, and we'll have to see if Suki can keep up his momentum with matches against Furusawa and Okamoto still looming. It's shaping up to be a great tournament overall, and I can't wait to see where it goes. Thanks for watching King of Puro episode 12. Next time, we'll be booking day 5 and 6 of the Grand Prix Tour, reaching pretty close to the halfway part as we make our way through another day in each block. What surprises will be in store for us in the next episode? Please come back next time to find out. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell to find out when I release new videos on this and any other videos. I do have other videos and series planned for the channel. My name is Last Son, and this has been King of Puro, and I will see you guys in the next video.